Ah, fuck. Can you believe that shit? I set the wrong one up.
Ready. Hey.
Gaming time, boys.
Unbelievable. You
Let's
can't
go.
make this shit up, man. I swear to God. Hey, wait a minute. Oh, somebody fucked it. Oh, it's me. Oh, screw it. Hey, welcome everybody to the fucking podcast. Here's Jeff. Yeah,
Hey.
I deleted the file.
You deleted? Oh,
Yeah, I deleted
God.
the file. I deleted the file.
That's awesome.
No fun stuff. Oh yeah, cause
That is great.
yeah, I deleted the file. Nice.
Okay, Vega.
I'm gonna Vega. No, that would have been Vega. That's 100% me. Hey everybody, welcome to the show. I don't feel right though. It's not. It doesn't feel right, does it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like like a creepy feeling. All right, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna figure this out. We're gonna start correctly because I guess it just now it just feels weird. Now it just feels weird. I think let's see. I gotta find the fucking stupid song now. Add the file. Let's see. Go to the old E drive. Gotta look up. We gotta look up. All the files I transferred for the. That's another problem. Getting used to the new PC still and where everything is and.
The process, you deleted the file.
Yeah, pretty much. I deleted. Yeah, well, I deleted the connection to the file. That's not there. Where does it say? That's weird. Yeah, maybe I deleted the folder, which is a much bigger problem. Tommy, you had one job, just one. I have plenty of jobs. You have no idea, Mr. Riveter. You have no idea what you're talking about. Fuck. Oh, I think that's E-double. I think that's him. Fuck it. All right, everybody, let's start the damn show. What do you think?
I'm down.
That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep
This one's gonna be alright.
Fuck all that shit, just let me go.
Broadcasting live from the heart of Europe. This is the most badass YouTube broadcasting. Oh, the known land is in. I have you the shop at the point man today. Jeff Huffman, Vault Behind the Glass. How you gentlemen doing? So the last couple days in the United States of experience. I don't know if it's first of its kind. I have heard of multi-state riots before. Nothing like this. No, nothing like this, but I mean, I've heard some of California, maybe New York and Newark at the same time. I've heard things like that, usually regional, but with the advent of social media, everybody gets a playbook on how to get a free pair of Nikes, and you get to know how to do it. So
Get those Jordans.
No, so I mean, I've expressed my opinion on the situation. I think pretty clearly on my timeline. I think you know where I stand. I'm going to tell you right now, and some fan wrote me. It was actually kind of beautiful. She seems really, really sweet. I'm covered with idiots that don't get it, but I'm going to talk to somebody who who I believe is a protester on the ground, because she seemed very sincere. I wrote this. Let's be clear, unless you're a political actor of some crazy agenda, this is what it is: 10% protest. Find the protests. It's like Where's Waldo and 90% riot. Now, this is my opinion. Somebody called me a liar. No, you can't fact check the opinion, folks. It's really simple, and the folks are going to tell you not to believe your own eyes, which I've already had, and gaslight you by telling you don't understand. Trust your eyes, and that's all I'm asking you to do. This is a girl from, I'm assuming a fan from Chicago. She's very, very sweet to me. Drew and Sherry donating 5. Someone please loot the dispensary for me. There you go, Joe. There you go, Joe. She says, in my area, we have a bunch of people protest, peaceful protests, and and then we have in Chicago and turned violent. I don't support violence or destruction, but we keep having police brutality and injustice, and people are losing. I understand the frustration, even if it's counterproductive. I get that too. Totally, 100%. It's gone so far beyond that. It's got to the point where I think people are probably, maybe not in blue states, but I think if it happens in a red state, gets bad enough, they might start shooting looters. And I don't know if that's unreasonable, because what is this, like the fourth day? I don't. Yeah. You can't continue to steal shit like unopposed. I mean, I really think that when this went south is when that police.
If you step foot on my property, and I tell you to fuck off, and you don't.
Yeah, and you know the thing is, I got to put you on camera. You're scaring all the fucks out of the suburban hillbillies here. Oh, how come I can't get you on here? That's so weird. Everything is different now. Oh, there you are, Jeff. Oh, sorry. All right. Yeah, and you're scaring people like Jeff. Poor Jeff.
Yeah, I'm terrified.
And I think a lot of people are, if they do make that move to the suburban areas, especially Midwest and Southern, good motherfucking luck.
I think it's heavily unlikely that.
Yeah, well, I hope it's unlikely. But let's stay on track and I get that. It's so disproportionate at this point and whatever. And I honestly agree with you, but for me it's gotten so violent, so disproportionate. My understanding is quickly turning into this is bullshit. And I remember the moment all right, this is bullshit. I was watching Vito's stream. And Vito's down on the ground, and not before it got really bad, but he did film some looting. To me, I was a teenager. I was a young person. And I gotta admit, even at my age, this looting shit fucking looks fun. I'd love to kick a fucking window open. I love this runner. It's just, I wouldn't even care if I got to keep the shit I stole.
I'm looking for some shoes right now.
Yeah, I wouldn't. But I gotta be honest with you. Breaking shit, setting it on fire, running around, screaming, and yelling. Seems like a good fucking time.
If I spent $140 on my shoes yesterday, I'd prefer that.
Yeah. But here's the thing. No. Here's the thing. That shit looks fun. I admit, I think it's a lot of this, and a lot of this just being cooped up for the last couple months. That's why I can't take this shit seriously. Because that's all it looks like. Because I watched Vito walk around. There was very few people talking about the victim here, which is George Fry.
Oh, wow.
Jesus Christ.
Holy fuck. Okay.
What's that?
My voice cracked. Holy shit. Anyway, keep going. George Floyd.
Yeah, George Floyd. Nobody was really talking about it. A couple of people yelling at cops and shit. I guess they were the political types. To me, I watched. It was really a bunch of people, mostly young people, under 25, waiting for somebody to make the first move. And it just kind of like, I mean, that's just. I mean, I watch every fucking stream or every, cell phone on the ground. And do keep in mind, I am not. I don't get American television over here in Germany. So, the stuff I'm seeing is basically internet and unfiltered. Unless the Twitter, who has hashtag Black Lives Matter, is a part of the the white supremacist conspiracy to show that, to avoid the peaceful protests and highlight the riots. I got my news from there and went on. And, I wrote her back. And I said, I agree with you. It's gotten violent. And she wrote me back, and I thought it was kind of sweet. She goes, nobody but the rioters are happy. That couldn't be more true. It's distracting from the message. Well, I got to be honest with you, I've been totally distracted from the message. Because here's one thing. Like, I'm interested in the trial. I'm interested in the autopsy. I'm interested in if any more charges will be filed. I can't get fucking through that when everybody and their brother. And by the way, this is another myth. This ain't just black people. From city to city, this looks like America. There's all sorts of people on around doing this horrible shit. This is not like the LA riots tended to be like 90% African American. This is not the case nationwide. This is all types of people from all walks of life getting on this shit. Mostly young. Now instead of talking about George Floyd, everybody wants to talk about the destruction of the protest circuitry. Just say the price of justice, a 70-inch TV, and $20. Okay. Yeah. Everyone in Georgia really want to talk about destructive protests, the vicious cycle, and wanting to be heard, then taking the voice of the movement. Yeah, and she's right. That does take away, because I got to be honest with you, and this is going to sound horrible. These cities burning down, more people getting killed, or eventually will if they haven't already, it's kind of a bigger problem than George Floyd. So now we have a bigger problem. Not that the George Floyd problem and police brutality isn't serious. Then we have, it completely outweighs the situation. And not only that, the thing is completely disproportionate. And you get people like me that I don't give a fuck. I care about George Floyd, but I can't get because of the noise. And I think I said Thursday that on Twitter or on stream that it wouldn't matter because what was the complaint before Friday? They wouldn't arrest the cop.
They arrested the
cop. Nothing happened. I remember that dipshit over in fucking the Netherlands. Well, we're going to see if Tommy C's right. Dude, it was never fucking questioned. It got worse over the weekend. It was never in question. Nobody cares about that cop, and nobody cares about that fucking poor guy. Nobody cares. This is about, and do not undercut the virus in this situation and being locked up and being teenaged.
A couple riots to kill Corona.
Yeah, all of a sudden, all the people in my fucking timeline that was lecturing everybody out, everybody and their brother for wanting to go back to work are now fucking lecturing everybody that might be concerned about this rioting. I mean, it really is.
Bring on the aliens. Let's go. Let's just bring them all in. Fuck it.
So, I'll be perfectly. This is a nationwide riot. It should be treated as such. I listened to the district attorney. I don't believe the reason they're wiling is going to get those cops. I don't believe it's because they haven't got all the cops yet. I simply believe this. First of all, that cop is entitled to due process.
Money, I guess, for a person
and I think they didn't want to fucking... And actually, I'll use the district attorney of Minnesota's words. We didn't want to fucking Baltimore this shit up. He didn't say exactly that, but it's a play on words. I'm paraphrasing. He didn't want to Baltimore this thing up. And I think I know why he doesn't want it, because we're going to talk about something that's really unpopular. There are reports, I've seen two, I don't know if they're true or not, that Mr. Floyd did not die from asphyxiation. Here is where it really gets hairy, okay? All right, he's been charged with third-degree murder. That amounts to manslaughter. That amounts to manslaughter. Some states like Minnesota have something called third-degree murder. Here is going to be the issue, and this is what I'm interested in, right? This is what I'm interested in, okay? Because they arrest the cop. They're probably going to arrest the other cops too, all right? They ain't going nowhere, okay?
Probably should.
Yeah, they're going. They probably should too. But here is the kicker, and no one is going to believe it. All right. If Jeff hits me in the chest with a baseball bat and breaks my ribs or something like that, and I go to the hospital and die from a brain aneurysm, Jeff is only guilty of assault, not murder. If he didn't asphyxiate, well, what did he die from? Now, he could have had his knee on his neck and it died from a heart attack, and due to the stress of the knee on his neck, that's murder. But here's the thing. If I had to guess, the reason it took as long as it did, and the district attorney just spelled it out, we're not going to Baltimore this fucker up, is because there may be a case to be made that this isn't fucking first-degree murder. So I'm interested that third-degree murder, he was charged with third-degree murder, right? And if I had to guess, this case is probably going to go down to the defense's medical examiner and the prosecutor's medical examiner. And we going to find out, because it's not going to matter, but the way things are now, if there is a possibility here that this guy didn't die directly from his injuries from that cop. And if that's the case, fucking look out. Oh, look out. It's going to get really crazy, really fucking quick. Because in order to charge somebody, I mentioned this to fucking Nick DiOrio, and he told me I was absolutely batshit fucking crazy. And we just started seeing the first reports that he didn't die from asphyxiation. Now, that doesn't mean that cop, let me make this clear, that doesn't mean that cop didn't kill him. All right? Because, like, if somebody's leaning on your fucking neck and then your heart goes out, that's still murder. Yeah. But if it was something other than that, oh boy, look out. This is going to get nuts. Real quick. So, because, in order to charge somebody, convict somebody of murder, they'd actually have to murder you. Take the exam metaphor with it. You hit me in the head with the bat, you're guilty of assault. So at the end of the day, if the cop, at the very least, if whatever the cop did not medically lead to that man's death, look out. Look the fuck out. And people said I was crazy, and I'm already looking like I'm true. Oh, and God forbid if he OD'd, because they're going to say they planted on him.
Yeah.
But so far, and these are the facts, not my feelings, the reports I'm getting is he didn't asphyxiate. So look, that's something to keep in mind.
You can always go up on the charges. You can always...
Yeah, you can always go up. Oh, yeah, maybe they go find something in there that it directly crushed his trachea, or he crushed his trachea, and that led to this, and that had a chain reaction. Yeah, murder one, bitch. You know, I mean, whatever. So, just because, running Riot is a perfect idiot. No. You have to, in order to be convicted of murder, the action that you take has to lead to the person's death. That's what I'm saying. I know it's very difficult running Riot, right? I know that's hard to understand the words that are coming out of my mouth. I know listening comprehension is not your sweat, but that is the case. How do you, if Jeff hits me in the chest with a baseball bat and breaks my ribs and I die of a brain aneurysm or an OD, Jeff's not getting charged with murder. It's just that simple. And if that's the case, there's probably going to be a lot of fucking kooks like you that are going to muddy the water and say there's a giant conspiracy. Think I'm wrong? Watch this one. I mean, this is a meme in fairness, but I've seen this fucker everywhere. This stuff right here. Looting stores and burning buildings isn't rioting, it's protesting. I've seen that argument, all right? Okay? Now, it's more than once. It's more than I can cover. So you're going to have to take my word for it or just, I don't know, open a Twitter account. It's okay to steal from local businesses if it's for a good cause. I mean, this is a bit of a straw man, I admit. It's for a good cause and they have insurance. I haven't seen that one, but the first one I have, so I'm guessing the second one might be all right. We need to get violent because that's the only way white people will listen. I have seen that argument, okay? Actually, the people that are rioting are white supremacists. That's pretending to be protesters. And I've seen that one too. That's funny to me. That's funny, man. That's another thing is like, I got a lot of people on Twitter like fucking Slacker TV who's fucking got scrambled eggs for brains. He can't handle a conversation with anybody and then he attacks you personally. Like, you don't agree with him, you want black people to die. And no better example is he got into it with Nick DiOrio until I pointed it out.
That was smart.
Yeah, and then he got into it with Nick, and he says, I just don't see you posting enough about the victim. Well, he's not talking about the victim. He's talking about the riots. And you're going to guilt and shame anybody that fucking is concerned about the rioting that may be happening in their backyard. Yeah, because there's this weird thing online on Twitter. I see this mix from the people that are basically pro-rioting and hiding behind protesting. They're like, better be scared, motherfucker. They're coming from you. And at the same time, we have if you get, what do you mean I'm fucking be scared? I think those people should be shot if they're fucking looting and rioting, right? And then they go back, well, there's some nuance here. There's hundreds of years of oppression, and you don't. You know what? I'm gonna gaslight you. You don't understand. You're not as deep a thinker as I am. Bullshit. They're stealing sneakers.
There's more nuance to it, Tommy.
Yes. Well, no, they're hiding behind nuance. They're hiding behind. It's either fear, get wrecked, motherfucker, or I'm when you point out that this is disproportionate, then it's nuance. So we're going back and forth. Notice I'm not talking about George Floyd. Notice I'm not talking about George Floyd. And there's a reason I'm not talking about George Floyd, because nobody gives a fuck. Nobody. Nobody in those stores, nobody in LA, nobody in Houston, nobody in Indiana, nobody gives a fuck. And I'm starting to give less of one. So anybody that was on board, and I didn't see anybody on this planet, including the President of the United States, supposed to be a racist scumbag, say that anything that they saw there was anything short of horrible. I saw that man pissing himself. That liquid that was coming out of it was piss.
No one said what happened there.
Nobody. Not
one person.
Nobody. You know what? I think the guys that are telling me that I should be okay with or look the other way, or that I'm not sophisticated enough, or I'm being gaslighted, right? Or gaslighting me about being like, this is fucked up, are the bad guys. I think they're okay with fucking things like Antifa. I think they're okay with the thing. That's what I think. I don't know. Maybe you can make an argument because, a normal person sounds to me that's concerned about friggin' George Fry sounds like Mindu, my fan. Go follow her. MSU grad, MPA student, wife, mother, and gamer. And my fan. And she seems like a sweet. That sounds like somebody that's concerned to me. That sounds sincere. I even wrote her, stay safe. You seem very sincere to me. I don't think Slacker TV. I think he's a cul-de-sac white boy liberal that should not be listened to. I don't think he has a thing to say. It's only gotcha. It's only guilty. It's only trying to make you look guilty. Yeah, look. Yeah. Well, Slacker, we're not talking about George Fry. The cop's been arrested. All right? We're not talking about him. We're talking about this going into our fucking neighborhoods. And to me, I tell you something, I saw Vito's stream. It looked like a bunch of people just looking around waiting for the other guy to start shit. And I'm pretty sure, I didn't watch everyone, but I agree. Here's my money. Send it to Gru. Send the Gru the project and stuff. So, look, what do the protesters think? Do you think the cop wasn't going to get arrested? I mean, I want to see the system play out. I didn't think that cop was. I didn't believe a cop was going to get off. The whole fucking country was outraged before the rioting started. I think, and I don't think we should undercut just how much that the being inside for 3 months straight, which is now no longer a problem. Magically, being on had probably contributed to this. And look at the age range of the people that are looting. You don't see too many people my age looting. You really didn't see too many people in their late 20s looting. You know, so I don't buy it. I don't have to fucking buy it. It doesn't make me a bigot. It doesn't make me care any less about George Floyd. If you think that, stick it up your fucking ass. Go out there and fucking pick up a gun and do something. Because you really want to do this revolution shit, you got to fucking pick up, put a cop between your thing. But you know what? I don't think you guys have those balls. I think there are a bunch of guys looking around waiting for somebody else to fucking break a window. I don't think that you can kill a cop because that's the real shit. That's the real. Hey, I saw somebody in my timeline today. Maybe the United States needs to be destroyed. Well, fucking do it. Don't sing it. Bring it. If it's that important to you, pick up arms. I did. I picked up arms when things were important to me. Come on. Don't give me this nuanced horse shit. And so there's a guy on my timeline that's kind of honest about that. I actually respect that more. Riots are self-defeating, says MLK. Also, Amazing Lucas is a grifter. Okay. Thank you, opinionated junkie. So, to me, this Corona shit and this shit is a fucking power grab. It's a fucking power grab. We had 3 years of probably the best economy of my lifetime. And there's a lot of people that just don't like it. So this is just a power grab. Corona was a power grab. They're going to keep everybody fucking inside till the economy collapses. And they're going to say, hey, Trump, you made the economy collapse. Oh, Trump, everything's on fire. Yeah. In all these blue states, the thing got tipped when they let that fucking police department get taken over because it sent a message to everybody, we're not going to shoot you no matter what. George Floyd. I don't think these are nationwide protests. I think the protests are a minority. And I think the riots are the majority. And rioting is a fucking problem. And that's how I feel. So, whatever. Nicholas Diorio's here.
Welcome, Nick.
Hello, Nicholas.
Yeah, I'm just happy I can go to the beach without someone accusing me of killing their grandmother.
Yeah.
I think that's the
now you can go.
That's the real win here.
Now you can go. All the people, like I saw Monday Matt lecturing everybody about fucking being anti-stay home. Now it's okay. Now I saw fucking.
Oh yeah, now it's fine. Now it's fine. Everything's fine now. Fucking you.
Hey, go enjoy the protest. Stay safe, everybody. Stay safe. Yeah, it's like within a matter of days.
If you get corona, you get corona. Just make sure you get your fucking Jordans.
Yeah, I don't buy any of this fucking horse shit. I don't think the system is broken. As far as the system might be broken, but I just that cop got picked up, and what was it? How many days between when the cop getting picked up and?
Was it like 2 or? Was it? I don't know off the top.
Yeah, was it? I don't know. They're probably waiting for a preliminary medical report of some kind. You know.
Yeah, that way you could. I put this in quotations. Appropriately charge him.
Yeah. They didn't want what happened in fucking Baltimore, and that's completely reasonable. What happened with Baltimore? Everybody got off.
That went well.
What happened with Zimmerman? They overcharged him. He got off. Zimmerman probably could have done time for manslaughter if they played their cards right, but they didn't.
No, they jumped the fucking gun.
They jumped the fucking gun.
And they fucked it all up.
Fired the police chief to let him go because he said it fell under Florida law, self-defense laws, and then he went to trial and got thrown the fuck out. Oh, that's part of the conspiracy. Yeah.
I sent you the MD findings on Twitter, by the way.
What's that?
Floyd. I sent you the medical examiner findings on Twitter.
On Twitter?
If you want to read those, yeah.
I'm gonna read them.
It's the last.
I'm sure I'm
picture.
I'm sure I'm racist if I read them. Let's see what the medical findings are. This is when Nick Dioria said I would never be. See, who is this Marion?
Dude, you were just chilling there, and we had no idea what.
You were yelling at me.
Dude, the guy
you were yelling at me.
Dude's neck. You're like, maybe he died of a heart attack. That was like a.
No, I was making the same argument that I'm making to the audience now. That you have to fucking be charged. Like, if you're gonna charge somebody with murder, your physical action has to lead to that person's death. I couldn't get it through your thick Italian skull.
Well, no, that's murder one. I'm pretty sure.
No, it's not murder one. Murder one is you plan it. Your fucking action has to lead to a person's death, whether it be murder or manslaughter or murder one.
His action still led to the guy's death.
We don't know that yet, and that's what I'm suggesting.
The use of force alone would
well, no, that would be assault. If Jeff hits me in the chest with a baseball bat, you're like one of them too. If Jeff hits me in the chest with a baseball bat, I break my ribs, and I go to the hospital and died of a brain aneurysm, Jeff's only guilty of assault. Unless the baseball bat led to my brain aneurysm, and they don't. Normally, they just kind of happen. That's the point, and that's the point I was making then, and that's the point I'm making now.
I'm sorry, I'm not gonna go with that. That's murder.
Wait. So if I kick you in your fucking ass and you die from something else, that's whatever.
If you hold me down and kneel on my neck and I have a
this guy's my age.
Die, then yeah, that's your fault.
That's a lot of money, I guess, for a person of color.
No, well, here's the law. Your action has to lead to that person's directly.
I would say
you can say all you want.
This guy swallowed a bunch of pills and died in the
that's not what I said. Your action has to lead to my death. That's a fucking fact. Your action has to lead directly to my death. Otherwise, it's something other than murder. You can call it murder. It can morally be murder. It can be murder in your book, but it's not murder. As far as being convicted.
Well, if he had a heart attack because he was...
I don't know what the fuck he had. That's what I'm trying to find out. You're as bad as these idiots. All right, here's the complaint. The court states that probably blah, blah, blah. This is just the... these are just the charges, dude. What are you talking about?
Go to the last picture. It says
Vault is useful again.
The autopsy revealed no physical findings that supports a diagnosis of traumatic
asphyxiation or strangulation. Again, that does not mean that this cop didn't murder him. It does not mean this cop didn't murder him. But it is, you know what it does? It's going to be a legal battle now. It's going to be a legal battle.
Just wait till Nick gets charged and his opinion will change. This is a very specific scenario. I don't see myself kneeling on a fucking guy's neck as a police officer in the next 20 years.
Well, let me ask you something.
I wasn't planning on going for training.
If you kick some fucking buddy's fucking ass, okay, and then he died from something else unrelated to your fist fight, and you're looking at a fucking death penalty, you'd think a lot differently.
Dude, it's not like he fucking stubbed his toe while he was
I understand that, but it doesn't change. You're being a fucking dickhead. Your action has to lead to the death.
And it's pretty clear that's what happened.
Okay. Dr. Nick, everybody.
Okay, so if the
dude, for your situation to be correct, if they didn't use excessive force and walked him to the police car and he still died, then it wouldn't have been.
I know. That's what you're putting words in my mouth. I'm actually wait and see.
No, I'm trying to rationalize.
I know you're trying to rationalize. You're not thinking, and you're trying to rationalize the situation. I'm thinking. I'm being critical. It's called critical thought. The autopsy revealed no physical findings to support... Can you let me fucking finish this sentence? You're worse than Jeff! The autopsy revealed no physical findings that support the diagnosis of traumatic asphyxiation or strangulation. Again, that doesn't mean if it led to a heart attack, if it led to somebody's heart attack because of the pain he suffered or whatever, that could still be considered murder. Floyd had an underlying health conditions, including coronary artery disease. So it could have led to a heart attack. That still would be murder. Hypertension, heart disease, same thing. The combination effects of Mr. Floyd being restrained, because this is the argument the cop's going to make. That's what his lawyer's going to say. I didn't kill him. This guy had a pre-existing condition, and then it's going to be up to the doctors to battle each other in the courtroom. Being restrained by the police, his underlying health conditions, and any potential intoxicants in his system likely contributed to his death. Okay, what is this? Is this really the real deal? Am I looking at something or is this bullshit?
It's real. It's apparently what I've been sent about the...
I tell you something. He did look kind of fucked up on something.
Yeah.
Yeah, but see, it doesn't matter. If he had pre-existing conditions and this guy's leaning on his neck, that's fucking murder.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
No, first of all, we don't know what happened. The autopsy's not done, you fucking moron. You fucking dickhead. You're sitting there saying he's murdered. It's over. There's no discussion. I don't know.
I'm saying if he had a precondition.
What if it's a heroin overdose, you fucking dipshit? What if it's a heroin? You don't know. You know nothing. Nothing.
What happened? I thought we finished sentences on this program.
No, I'm just sick of your shit. You're repeating yourself. And I clearly stated, before I can even get to this, this doesn't mean it's not murder. I'm being critical. You're telling me what it is because you know something.
Okay,
I mean, you can rewind it and listen to what the fuck I said, but...
If he's sitting there dying and the cop
I couldn't even, Nick, I couldn't even finish the sentence. Yes, if those pre-existing conditions were activated by that knee in his neck, yes. But it doesn't change anything. If it didn't, we have a problem. And I tell you something, no matter what the fuck I'm saying right now, or what Nick's saying, the lawyers are going to get a doctor that are going to argue with that. Can we at least agree on that?
That is going to be the
yes.
That's going to happen.
Yeah. Jesus
Christ. I doubt it'll work.
What do you think? I don't know if it'll work either, and even if it's true, I don't know if it's going to work. That's another thing. This thing's so hot.
I'm pretty sure you guys were like basically on the same page.
I know, but he's like these other idiots that DM me or fucking write me on. It's obvious. It's there. It's there. No, I'm being fucking critical. It's called skepticism. It's called being critical. Right. I think that cop killed. Everybody feel better? I think the cop killed him. I mean, what the fuck? This is called critical thinking. This is why I fuck up less than Keemstar and Scares.
Right. I get you're pointing out the what.
There is video scenario. Proof in board Ray-lej. Okay, Diggs loosen. Usually loosen. Put a tack on your tongue. All right. There's video proof of that guy leaning on his fucking neck. The question is, did that guy leaning on his neck lead to his fucking passing? If it didn't, and that's what the fucking defense is going to argue.
That's what they're going.
That's what it is. And I haven't seen enough. Here's what I fucking seen enough of. Burning buildings. Burning buildings. LOL, Nick's right. Right about. You couldn't even explain what Nick's right about running Riot.
Call in and tell us, running Riot. Come on.
I don't know. I think more than likely that this thing. But I just know how these things go. I understand how they work.
Right, I get what you're saying there. I get what you're saying. The fact that he was on his neck for, 10 minutes? If he's sitting there dying for 10 minutes and he's just
more than likely had something to do with it. But the defense is going to argue that. And they're going to get fucking... They're going to get... It's a big case.
I highly doubt it'll work.
They're going to get a fucking doc. It might not work. But whether it's true, it's not work. Because here's the thing. But if his knee didn't lead to his death by the letter of the law, he should get off. Only be hit with assault or civil rights violations, all that other stuff. Then it should be murder.
That's what they'll argue.
That's what they're going to argue. You guys can be as mad as you want to me in the chat. That is what they are going to argue. All right? You can choose to believe it or not believe it. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to wait for the medical professionals. All right? Well, you jackasses are lecturing. We have to do this coronavirus by science. That's what I'm waiting for. So, Tommy, you're saying that he would have died regardless of the guy? No, you're an idiot. You're a moron. I'm saying I don't know, and I'm being critical thought. I know thinking critically and looking at all the options is too much for you to handle. Have a nice day. Tommy C is a lawyer. I'm not a lawyer. So what alt universe? In what alt universe is you think a cop's going to plead guilty? I mean, what the fuck? He's going to get a doctor. All right, whatever. Let's take some calls. He's going to get a doctor to fucking try to get him off, and that's what they're going to argue. You're not interested in whether it's true or not. Regenerator 66.
Hey, right before I start with the serious stuff, Jeff, can I ask you a question? Why do you look like Stryker from Mortal Kombat?
You do look like a Stryker from Mortal Kombat.
And you where you're at? Out of all the doppelgangers I fucking get, I will take that.
That's cool. He's got, he does. He wears his hat backwards like you do too. Same kind of hat. Everything.
I will take that. And
Stryker from Mortal Kombat. All right, tell me.
All right, but for real, to me, the cop, did the only crimes that the cop did was assault and battery.
How do you know?
My opinion.
How do you know? I don't know that.
Yeah, I mean, in my opinion,
like nobody listens. Not even like the right wing people listen to me. How do you know? We don't know. The left wing doesn't know the right wing. Everybody's just fucking in a complete witch hunt fucking mentality. You don't know that.
Yeah.
I don't know that. And the fucking idiots and the idiots and well, look at the camera. They don't know that either. Nobody knows that.
Yeah.
And you know what? One of the reasons we don't know that is because these jackasses are burning down the city.
And then call it that. Oh, we're and then justifying it by saying, it's supporting George Floyd. We're stopping.
I gotta stop you. If I'm a moron, then you think you're much of a moron because just because it's legal doesn't make it. I gotta deal with a moron, then I'll deal with you. If look, just because it's legal doesn't make it right. Nobody said what happened was right. Nobody said that. Yeah. I've made it abundantly clear. You guys are using selective hearing, and you are too, by the way, sir. But continue.
But yeah, like to me, I don't know. It's
You're right.
It's fucking stupid.
This fucking sucks. It's terrible. I wish somebody would get a hold of this. But I don't know. A lot of people, especially in the media, have real interest in watching the fucking country burn down. And I got to be honest with you, it is pretty fucking entertaining. That doesn't mean I like it. All right. I don't think the writing's good. I just think it's entertaining. From an entertainment point, it's pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
All right, get out of here. Bye.
Mike's pretty bad.
Wolfie raps. Wolfie, you're on the air.
Oh, Jesus.
Hey, what's going on?
What's up?
Two things. One, did you see the post that Keem did where the guy dressed in Batman was walking through the riots?
Yeah, I did see that. Yeah, he stole it from somebody else. That wasn't
and the other thing, too, that with all of this that's going on that I'm noticing, there's, like, so many people where I saw somebody post, we got locked out of our house on a balcony because our dogs locked the door. And the first comment tweet is, well, why aren't you using your platform to push a message along? And I'm like, you're what?
Yeah. Nah, I think what I'm seeing from the far left online, they're trying to shame you into their fucking. I'm seeing a lot.
It's a lot of guilt. There's a lot of
guilt to shame you. Let's get on this. What's the matter? You wanted Floyd to die? You like that? Are you okay with what that cop did? You know, there's a lot of that going on. So just don't fall for it. I'm not falling for it. I think
it's ridiculous because it's like
and I got to be honest with you,
this message
probably going to be over pretty soon. There's going to be I watch this guy Cornel West. He's a race baiter, works from Princeton. He's from New Jersey, and he says the American experiment has failed because we had a couple of riots. We've had riots before. I mean, Jesus Christ! It's failed. You got to give us all the power now.
There's like a fucking riot every 10 years. What?
Yeah, I mean, I just decided because I knew no matter not supporting the riots. Oh God, Jesus Christ! But your argument is blind. You come on here and perv my argument. My argument is about as neutral as it gets, but you don't understand what neutral is. You're one of these guys when I fucking finally get around to attacking your favorite YouTuber, and all the other YouTubers I attack was fucking. You got a big belly laugh. That's you, dude. That is you. I am trying to be neutral as fucking humanly possible to the cop and to the victim, and I've succeeded.
I don't understand. I am
it is so bad at getting on these bandwagons.
No.
Did you hear about what happened to Jake Paul? Yes, I did. Tommy's doesn't. Thank God none of you are lawyers. It's an obvious does. Yeah, I've said. I don't know.
That is the biggest statement right there.
I don't know.
Nobody knows.
This is what I know. This is what I know.
Out there yet.
And all you right wing guys that think he fucking if he didn't if he didn't die from asphyxiation, that means they should let the cop go. No, nobody's saying that. This doesn't work that way. I mean, you need to think.
Nobody is saying that. It's clear that there was some excessive force used.
Oh, he's going to jail. Let's say he gets off from murder because he didn't murder. All right, they can't. The medical report does not suggest murder. Okay, right. He's going to jail. He's going to jail for. I mean, God, it's got to be at least 5 years in prison what he did to that guy. Got to be.
So so it's like people are acting like, if it comes back that the reason why he died wasn't asphyxiation, that he's getting off scot-free. No, the fuck
he's not. Well, even if he did die asphyxiation, those secondary, if he had a heart problem, and he activated that heart problem, that's fucking murder, or at least manslaughter, depending on the laws of the state. Tommy going full switch. People are
just like they're trying to reach too much into this when again. We do not know.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
That's it. All right, bud. Wolfie, thanks for calling.
All right, man.
Bye-bye.
Have a good night.
That's all I'm trying to do here. I did it with fucking H3. If he gets off, the mob will do worse. Yes, alt delete. You're 100% correct. And I worry about that. That's one of the reasons I brought it up. Because they find this guy was full of fucking heroin. It was more, like, the death had more to do with heroin than anything else. Like, no one's going to believe, like, the people that are, I mean, you can see it just by the way I'm being treated right now. No one's going to fucking believe that. No one. This is going to need a rewind? No, it's not. No, it's not. It's probably just going to get, it's probably, if I watch the, you want to watch Riot stuff, guys?
Yeah.
Let's put a female voice in here. Steph, you're on the air. How can I help you?
Hey, how you doing?
How can I help you? Great. I'm going to watch some Riot stuff, I think.
So if they overcharge him, he's gonna walk, just like in the George Zimmerman case.
I don't. Well, they charge him kind of. I've seen this district attorney, and he strikes me as being a reasonable person.
Right.
So they kind of like they didn't hit him with murder 1, so that's a good sign as far as
he
sticking.
He did get a manslaughter charge.
Well, it's murder 3 and manslaughter. It depends on the state. I'm not going to act like I'm a lawyer.
Right.
It's basically the same.
Yeah, it's fundamentally the same thing. So like, and he did say that. I saw the district attorney say, "We are not going to Baltimore this."
Right.
You know, and that's a good thing. So right now they charge him with things. They can drop that charge. They can put more charge on there. You know, they can do a bunch of different things. But you know, I don't give a fuck. You know, this is a trial that's going to take a year or two to find out, to get to the bottom of this. And I'm more worried about what's going on with the rioting. And the rioting is not about.
Person of color.
I'm sorry, it's not on message. I don't have any favorite YouTubers. I'm not 15. Fuck you, Jonas. No, you're just stupid. You're emotionally 15. Dope. You should call in here. I eat you alive. You call in here. Not only will I eat you alive, you will come out and say, you know what? You're right. I'm an idiot. I promise. I promise. You'll feel better. You'll feel good about it too.
I'm gonna laugh when he's
all right, let's let Steph talk. I'm not all for letting women talk, but maybe we should. Go ahead, Steph.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm sorry I interrupted you.
Did you hear what I said last or no?
Say it again, because I was really laughing at that fucking thing. Yeah,
all right.
Sorry.
Part of the police training in that police force is the neck maneuver, where they lean on the back of the neck like that.
Really?
According to a former police officer, Brandon Tatum, he's online, but he looked into the police training in that specific area, and yeah, it is part of their training.
You gotta be kidding me.
Use that as a defense too. Nope.
Oh, that can't be true. I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, I was in the Army. We didn't do that.
I don't know.
That cop brought.
But as far as the protests and the riots goes, I think all the Antifa cells across the country
are active. Well, there's some evidence of that. Yeah, I've seen some kind of circumstantial video evidence of it. Yeah.
Yeah, and the cop was divorced. Did you know his wife was the Miss Minneapolis?
Was she? Well, she's out of town now. I heard she left him.
Yeah, well, no, she filed for divorce. He was fired and arrested all in the same day.
That's a good thing.
And then they're saying that the medical examiner is
bad day at the office, buddy.
Examiner that did Epstein.
What? Oh, no way. Why would he do Epstein? Epstein was in New York.
What the fucking
Epstein was in New York. Now you're nuts.
Look it up.
Really? Look what up?
It's borderline intentional at this point.
What's his name? I don't buy that fucking Epstein. Yeah, and Jeff fucking started the riot. You see that picture going around?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jeff started. Like Jeff Huffman. Some guy looks just like Jeff Huffman. He's actually the one rioting. It's not all the fucking, you know.
I mean, did you see the video of the kid who got stoned and pummeled by about 20 people?
Well, he had like a sword or something.
In Dallas?
Yeah.
Well, he was defending his shop with a sword, but they took care of that real quick.
That's the problem with picking up a sword, though.
And they're laughing and they're moving on to the next victim.
Well, like I said, I watched Vito's thing, right?
It's like watching.
It was not about. Nobody's talking about Flair. Just yelling at cops and waiting for the other guy to do some shit. That's all it was. Because rioting looks like a blast.
Should be blamed for the riots, but at the same time, it's all becoming one, and they're creating racist people because America's watching.
I think they're just trying to scare. Honestly, I think they're just trying to scare the hell out of everybody. I hope they don't vote for Trump. You know, that's what I think is going on. Christopher Caruso, go Rangers!
All right, have a good day, guys. I'm gonna go.
Thanks for the call.
You too. Thank you.
Thanks for calling.
By the way, I don't know about that stuff. About the same guy that did Epstein.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know, but I'm not calling her a liar either. But I'm just, these are people calling in. I'm not standing by everything. I don't think she's lying. She may be mistaken at worst.
Oh yeah, for sure.
King Corp, you're on the air.
Are you the king?
Oh, hello.
How are you? How can I help you? How are you?
Hey, my question was just how little or how much do you think the media plays a part in this chaos?
Oh, big part, because I think it's I've watched this from Russia to Ukraine to Corona to this. It's all about Trump at the end of the fucking day. I mean, so yeah, a big part. Even when I was a kid, you only saw when I was a kid, they did this kind of stuff. It's whatever, I remember was it? I don't know if it's a Rodney King video. I forget what it was, but they just cut. They don't show you anything that led up to it. I mean, deliberately cutting out context. Anything that might be, sort of nuanced, is be cutting out in this oh my God, Trump did this. No, it happened in a blue state with a blue police department from a guy who lives, a Minneapolis cop. I doubt he's a Trump supporter. I really doubt it. Policemen fraternal organizations, especially where they tend to be Democrat, in states like that. So, I mean, this is Trump. I don't know. And you really could lean on people's neck. If that girl's right, if that's properly trained cop in Minnesota, well, whose fucking fault is that? Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. You lean on anybody's neck like that.
Yeah, and I mean, it's really just a shame because the African American people, they take this seriously, and rightfully so.
I saw...
The issue that, the media's instilling fear in them to drive this chaos.
I don't think it's just them, though. I think it's everybody. I mean, these riots are pretty diverse.
It's like you said.
Yeah.
Some people just want to cause chaos.
Yeah, chaos, sneakers. It's just a fucking good time. It's a fucking good time. I gotta admit, I don't encourage it. That shit looks like a lot of fun. Breaking shit.
By the way,
I just don't think it's... I can understand breaking some Starbucks if Starbucks did some shit to you. Yeah. But why do we break Starbucks? Because it's the corporations and capital. Yeah, man, now you lost me. Now I'm gone. This ain't about him. This is about your political agenda and socialism and trying to push that horse shit. Don't give me any bullshit about fucking... this has nothing to do with capitalism. Didn't kill that man. That cop did. That's it.
Yeah, and I mean, it's way beyond George Floyd at this point. I mean, they're burning
so
down
far.
black.
Nobody cares about George
Floyd. I heard about the story about this fireman that just wanted to set up a business. I think it was a bar or something. They just burned it down. They don't care who it is. It's not an attack on white people. It's just chaos.
Yeah. Well, there's plenty of white people rioting. Here's another thing. You're going to dump on black people, go watch the riots. It ain't just black people. It's Hispanic people, it's white people, it's the whole gambit. It's really clear.
There's a couple fucking mermaids in there. I don't fucking know.
Plenty of white dudes getting involved in shit. Plenty of white dudes getting involved in shit. And if they start fucking shooting looters, you think I'm going to give a fuck if they're white? No! It's a dead white looter. Get the fuck out of here. I don't care. I want these people to be able to save their business. I understand the logic, too, in, all right, let them burn a couple stores. It's okay. It's better to loot a store and then, help this guy back on his feet than to get somebody killed. All right? But now it's the entire country. At what point do we join the line?
Yeah.
There are riots and there are protesters. It's not the same. No, I would absolutely agree with you. I do believe there's protesters. I just think they are a terrible minority. That's what I'm saying, running riot. They are a huge minority. In fact, they're so much of a minority at this point, they don't matter in the grand scheme of things. Not that their message doesn't matter, not that the police brutality doesn't matter, but they don't matter. What's got people's attention is the burning buildings. What's got people's attention is, could this move into the suburbs? I don't know. I mean, what's this?
It really comes down to just enforce the law. Like these blue states need to do something about this.
But they have no interest in enforcing the law. It doesn't help them get rid of Trump. They have no interest in reopening for coronavirus. It doesn't help them with Trump. Yeah, like they have no interest in protecting the border. None. Chaos. Look, every time I've been born in 1976. Every time a Democrat's gotten elected, it was due to a crisis. Nobody ever got in and just beat the fucking Republican. It was due to a crisis. When I was a little boy, Jimmy Carter was elected on the heels of Watergate. Okay, and then Bill Clinton was elected on the heels of a downturn in the economy in 1992. Okay. And Barack Obama was elected on the heels of the housing market or the bubble in 2008. Never seen a Democrat get in there and say, I've never seen a Democrat get in there. In fact, we had 12 years straight of Republican leadership in the first part of my life. It was 2 Reagans and a Bush. I haven't seen that since. It's just been back and forth ever since. It's been back and forth. 8 years of a Republican or a Democrat administration. These people don't get elected unless there's fucking chaos, unless people are scared. Because it's the only way you can sell these radical ideas. And the Democratic Party's become a lot more radical. There are no conservative Democrats and there are no liberal conservatives, liberal Republicans anymore. And that used to be the thing when I was a kid. They were going away, but everything's really tribal. And it's, especially a Democrat, socialism wasn't a thing. Now it is. So because, socialism feeds the state. And this, I don't think there's anything that they're not willing to do to capture power. This is power. Coronavirus, power. Russia, fixing our election, which they never were able to prove. Power. That's all it is.
Yep. As they say, don't let a good crisis go to waste.
That was, and who said that? That was Salinsky.
Yeah.
A Marxist radical. Yeah, from Sal Linsky, a Marxist radical. And Hillary Clinton reiterated it just last month. Thank you. Have a good day. So, yeah, there's a political element to this. And it has nothing to do with police brutality, that cop, or George Floyd. Well, I don't want to say Fry. That's because the...
George Floyd, he want me to have that new Lego set.
Yes. This mayor, I'm going to talk about Soy Boy. Holy fuck.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and you saw this one before when I said this. Actually, white people are rioting. Actually, I saw something on Drudge Report that he said that it was New York City, they plowed in a cloud, blah, blah, blah. What the fuck? What? Okay, all right, here he is. Here's the article. Minneapolis mayor says white supremacists are the instigators behind the protests. How come I don't see any of those fucking skinheads hanging around? I keep missing that. What's the odds of all the fucking ride footage that I've seen that we haven't seen any white nationals? You have to be the bravest motherfucker white national. Or are they pretending to be Antifa? That's a fucking 4D chess move. Mayor Jacob Fry says Saturday.
They're undercover. They are undercover, Tom.
Yeah, this is ridiculous. Mayor Jacob Fry says Saturday that officials. Yeah, officials. That's like journalists saying anonymous sources think white supremacists or out-of-state instigators could be behind the protests in the wake of George Floyd's death. But the report showed that about 86% of the arrests were in-state residents. Yeah, where are these? Where are all these white supremacists from your nice blue state coming from? Minnesota Governor Tim Walz also says that the majority of the protesters were arrested from outside Minneapolis. Well, of course, that's not true. However, a report by KARE11 showed that 86% of the arrests are listed and their addresses are in Minnesota or live in the Minneapolis or metro area. I mentioned that would mean St. Paul as well. Did you see Trump designating Antifa a terrorist group? No, he didn't designate Antifa. He said he's going to. I don't know how that whole thing works. Well, why not? Isn't the Juggalos, aren't they a terrorist group? Did we do a show on that? That was a free speech air thing? Yeah. Well, if they can find a few people in a few different states and they're paying people off to go break this and that thing, I don't see why not. They wouldn't be a particularly lethal terrorist group, but yeah, sure. Sure, why not? You can't do that. You can't organize just to overthrow the United States. It's not protected. We'll see what comes of it. Minneapolis and Metro say, according to an outlet analyzed by the Hennepin County Sheriff roster, 5 out-of-state cases came from Arkansas, Florida, Illinois, Michigan, and Missouri. Jeff, it was you. Fuck you, Jeff. No wonder I couldn't. Where were you, lad? We were supposed to show up for.
Well, guys, it's been fun. It's been a fun 6 years.
Yeah.
And I will see you guys.
I gotta fight out of here. You know, I gotta let's what we're talking.
Yo,
no one's gonna get what we're talking about.
Hey, real talk.
Hey, real talk. Give us a second. I want to get this. I gotta get this thing. Diorio sent this fucking thing to me. It's too funny. Fuck it. It was a picture of Jeff.
I can find it.
Where the hell is the Jeff thing? I gotta find it. There's this like meme going around. There's this like meme going around that the cops actually started the riots themselves, and the cop.
That's a lot of money.
They're confusing. It looks a lot like Jeff,
color.
Which is pretty funny.
See, that's
check
why
check your Twitter, Tommy.
That's why I'll take that Striker doppelganger. I'll take that.
Yeah.
Even though Striker.
Yeah, he does. He looks like you. Real fucking Jeff is like most hateable white boy face. Here it is. Oh yeah, and this is hysterical. We're talking science here. Check this shit out. This is too fucking funny, man. This is too fucking funny. Okay. I believe it. I've been looking into it, this picture. Obviously, the Drama Alert staff that busted Tony went on to find Jeff. I believe it. And looking in this picture this afternoon, notice the bridge on his left eye. All right, this is more pronounced than the other side. It's this dude for sure. So they're saying this cop is this guy. And I don't even know what that other guy did. He just has a mask and an umbrella. That's it.
Down windows with a hammer.
That's how Tony got called a pedophile. You know. See, this is Microsoft Paint.
It's confirmed.
Jeff, you know, you kind of got the typical white boy look. A few people died in the riots. Looters killing during FedEx. Also, that's terrible. Also, Biden and celebrities are paying rioters bail. Yeah, I did hear that, but I don't know enough about it. I didn't really look into it. I'm sure Trump will find that. So that's the science that's going into this. I'm like rational. Like I was laughing when Dioria sent me that, and then I started seeing people that I consider rational on my timeline that I follow tweeting it unironically tweeting this shit. Like people I know kind of respect or did. There he is. What did this guy do? I haven't seen this guy do a fucking thing. St. Paul Police. What is he doing in Minnesota? What is he doing in downtown Minneapolis then? It says St. Paul Police. There's a first problem. You know? Is that J-A-K? Jake? Oh my God, it is. Where's the AutoZone? MPLS. Lake and Hawathwa. I can't even say it. It's an Indian name. Where was the first fire started? I'm 90% sure. Voice walking everything. Me too. It looks exactly like him. Yeah, just horseshit. This is fucking left-wing propaganda is what this is. To tell people the rioting is okay. That it's not, it's just the right-wingers. Now it's the left. This is left-wing violence. You know, I wouldn't even say all of it's left-wing violence because most people just want to pack a new pair of sneakers. I think that's the majority. Yes, so yes, I think the media has an impact. Real Talk, the Metaphor Messiah is here. How are you, sir?
Yo, what's up, bro?
Yeah.
Yo.
Listen, Tommy, I was just listening to you guys like yesterday, me and Sammy, we went and protested, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like, it's a lot of my guys that are going to, and we should protest this shit, you know what I'm saying? The injustice is going with George Floyd and shit like that, bro. That's been happening for years,
money,
right?
I guess.
Yeah.
The cops, I hate the cops.
Yeah.
So a lot of us that's going down there to protest that. And that's fine. That's perfectly fine. I even don't mind people. Sometimes people get crazy. They want to burn some shit up. Fuck it, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But what I absolutely despise is these people that go and loot shit. What the fuck does still in the TV have to do with George Floyd dying?
Not a fucking thing. But it's not. See, here's what you don't understand, Real Talk. I'm gonna use a lecture that. See, you as a white person who is privileged don't understand that all those people that are taking those sneakers, right? Oh, I'm sorry, you're not white. All these people that are taking all those sneakers have been oppressed for so long. So that's why they're expressing themselves. It's too nuanced. You're too stupid. You don't understand, Real Talk. Because that's what my timeline's been like all day. $50, Shelly Shell. Need to stop the violence.
You seen some white boys. They was the ones stealing TV.
Dude, let me tell you something. I've been watching this shit. This is the most diverse riot in riot history. I gotta shout out to Shelly Shell here.
Vegas, bro, it's almost just as many white people.
Yeah, I agree. No denial here. Here's the difference. I don't give a fuck about those white people. Shoot them. Fuck, what do I care? Shoot them dead. Shoot them in the street. Fuck them. Fuck them. We need to stop the violence. These protesters need to come together as a group and peacefully protest their feelings instead of hatred. And it's like real talk. You went out and protested yesterday. I had a nice girl from Chicago wrote me today. She said she went. I do believe. Believe me when I say this. This is something you should get out and probably protest if you feel that strongly about it. I don't think you have to. I'm not guilt tripping you. I'm not Slacker TV, who's a fucking scrambled egged autist. But yeah, get out there. If you feel strongly about it, get out there. But we're so past that. We're so past that shit.
Right, you're doing it for the right reason.
Absolutely.
You're not going out to get a pair of fucking Jordans.
No, I don't want. I'm not buying this shit. You see Jake Paul? You see Jake Paul allegedly joined this shit? Did you hear about that?
No, what?
He was in a fucking place and it was being torn apart. I don't think I had a video taking shit or breaking shit, but he was around it and watching it happen.
Dude.
He has his Logan Paul.
Multi-fucking millionaire.
With his brother.
Well, I didn't see that video Carlos put out about Jake Paul. It made me want to punch that dude in the head.
Oh yeah, well Jake Paul's
I really want to punch that guy. If you guys are going out here and just looting and shit for a good time, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, come on, man.
See, I really think like
we really trying to we got problems with the cops, bro.
Yeah.
And it's not just black people, because I told you where I'm from. I mean, I know a lot of white guys, poor white guys that had to deal with the same shit, bro.
I always thought it was class, not race, because you talked about like, well, I mean, I remember when I started getting hassled by the police, and I grew up mostly middle to working class neighborhood in Woodbridge, New Jersey. All right, and when I turned 17, I couldn't stop getting fucking pulled over until I was about 22. I mean, I couldn't stop. It had nothing to do with the color of my skin. They were trying to get me on weed, get me on this. It made life kind of suck, And so I'm not trying to compare that to I don't know what it's like to be black in America. I really, really don't. I'm not going to pretend. But I think I know what it's like to be fucking harassed by the police. And believe me, I get it. And I would let a little burning go if just to make sure nobody gets killed, But this is not it. This is not it. I would let a little thing slide, maybe a little looting slide. It's not worth it. We're getting to the point right now. DJ Jonah funded 50, but we're getting to the point right now. If this thing keeps up, somebody's going to get smoked, and I don't give a fuck about the color of your skin because you don't have a right to take some man's fucking store and take it apart and burn it. Period.
Yeah,
you don't have that right. Crazy, it doesn't matter what was done to George Floyd. You don't got that right. Period. And if you get smoked. And that's it. When one of these bitches gets smoked, they're going to be like, oh my God, they were such a peaceful protester. Bullshit.
I just don't understand what
that's a lot of money,
looting has to do with George Floyd.
Nothing.
What does that have to do with anything? That's nothing. You just want to steal some shit. I hate niggas that want to steal shit all the time. You just want to steal some bum ass. It pisses me off, bro. Because, some of us are really out there because we didn't like what happened.
Well, congratulations. The looters, the rioters, and, because you're not nuanced enough to understand the looters, real talk, you can't understand them. You're not smart enough. Perhaps
you're not woke enough, real talk.
Too much white privilege for you, sir. They're really just protesters. Yeah, they're trying to tie the protesters in with the looters, and it's just it's not.
No.
And there is clearly more looters than protesters. Or troublemakers, we'll put it that way. Seattle was a mess after the riots last night. Isn't it interesting that Ferguson hasn't rioted yet? It's bad enough that our city is suffering due to the virus. Now we're forced to have a 5 p.m. curfew.
For a person of color.
Jesus Christmas. Oh, my God. Wow.
Yeah, the worst that's happened here is some fireworks and shit. Like, nothing's...
Well...
Fireworks, yeah. Isn't it interesting, though, real talk? The last major riot we had was in Ferguson, right by Jeff, and they're not doing it. This is a guess on my part. Is it because...
Don't get me wrong, people are out.
Yeah. But they're not lighting the place up again, are they? Maybe they learned from the last time
that's a lot of money.
Didn't really help anything.
A person of color.
Well, that was a little different situation, too.
I mean, it was a lot more charged, but they're not doing it. You would figure they have recent experience. You know, we're not talking about like the '68 Newark riots or the Watts riots in California. They have relatively recent experience. They didn't do it because maybe after the cameras went home and nobody gave a fuck anymore, that their neighborhood was just fucked up. And it's hard. I can only imagine it's hard enough being black in America. I bet it's really hard if no businesses will move into your neighborhood and serve you because they're afraid of what might happen.
Dude, it honestly took until last year, like when the Blues were winning the fucking cup, to finally shake off that reputation.
Yeah.
When the Blues were winning the cup,
and so why is St. Louis not doing it now? That's an interesting question. Why is St. Louis not doing it now? Running Riot's in the chat. I got to get him on.
He's in go, yeah.
Get on, you commie.
Look, I'm gonna get out of here, Tommy. I just want everybody to know.
All right, that's it. Yeah, if you're going protesting, do stay safe, brother. I mean, really, don't get hurt.
All day.
Yeah, don't tell anybody you know this white boy either. You might get in trouble.
All right, peace out, guys.
What happens if you break curfew? I don't know. Probably get arrested. Running Riot. Let me hear your brainiac fucking thing on this.
What up, dude?
What's up, bro?
It's been a minute.
Yeah, it's been a long time. So, what's your take? I'm dying to hear it.
Well, my take, like usual, is a little more nuanced than what I can get out in the chat. But
yeah, I'm sure. That, in fairness,
I mean, I get a couple of points you were trying to get across. I mean, Nick wasn't really letting you get across on the point about the police officer and whether he's guilty or not guilty.
I just want to see everything in front of me before I, think. And another thing is, I'm not really worried about. I'm just worried about the riots at this point. That's really kind of my priority. I'll be perfectly honest with you. And I know what would make it worse, and what would make it worse, whether he OD'd or not, is if the report comes back and says he OD'd, or at least makes it debatable through a heart attack, which more than likely his death came from his pre-existing conditions that were more than likely triggered by some fucking asshole kneeling his neck. But I just know how this stuff rolls. And that's what I'm concerned about, and that's what I'm interested in. I'm not ready to condemn him as a fucking murderer unless the trial takes place. I'll be comfortable enough to it probably during the trial. I'm just not ready to go there just yet. I've been wrong before, and I hate being wrong. So I'm just careful.
My take on it is, at this point, I don't think it matters. The problem is that
it probably doesn't.
The criminal justice system is kind of screwed anyways. So
I would agree with that.
What's going to happen? A jury's going to get emotional by seeing that video, and none of the other facts are going to matter. They're going to see that video.
I don't disagree with you at all. I don't disagree with you at all. But I do think it's important. I understand the emotion. I get the emotion. I have empathy for the emotion. But I do think the truth and the law should be followed no matter what. I don't think you'd even disagree with that.
That's not our criminal justice system.
I do know. Look, a lot more people have been complaining about the criminal justice system on the right in recent years too. So I do know it's fucky on both ends, and I'm sure it's really fucky for black folks. I'm absolutely sure of that. Absolutely fucking sure of that. But it's just like I think it's important to sort of rise above the looting, the rioting, and the screaming on Twitter, and that's all I'm doing. I really am. That's the God's honest truth.
Well, so my take on that is I don't condone any rioting or looting. I think I understand the frustration. I understand the want to do that. I think it takes away from the message. But I also think there's something to be said, and you had a funny meme about it earlier in the show, that I think there is some bad actors trying to sow unrest to create conflict, so the message isn't about George Floyd anymore, and it's about the riots. And there's people on both sides, the far left and the far right, that benefit from sowing this unrest. I think you're right, and I think the far left thinks is that all right, they're going to see the chaos and vote against Trump, but the far right's probably looking at it the same way. They're going to see the chaos and vote for Trump for very different reasons, and nobody knows what the actual outcome will be. I don't know how this is going to affect Trump or other right wingers or what have you. But sure, I think that's fair. Why is that guy in the chat wants me to get... Why, when I say somebody's a murderer, all right, unless I define it otherwise, I'm doing this by the letter of the law.
That's a lot of money, I guess, for a person of color.
I'm doing this by the letter of the law. First of all, I'm a public figure. What I say fucking could affect me or put me in a lawsuit. Unlikely in this situation. But nonetheless, so I'm going to keep that. When I'm comfortable calling him a fucking murderer is when I get all the facts on the table. If you, in the chat, have a problem with that, stick it up your fucking ass. I'm never going to say, I don't care if he's not officially a murderer, he's a murderer. That's not me. It's never been me. When has that been me, Jeff? I'm trying to remember. Did I say something? Did I get emotional? Because that's the way emotional people talk. Did I get emotional?
Well, to be fair,
something like
to
that.
be fair, that's why leftists like me can love your show so much, is because when it's obviously we don't agree politically, but when it comes to the facts and when it comes to the news and the drama, you're the kind of guy that's going to wait for the facts.
And I'll tell you this. I haven't always done that. I've slipped up. I have slipped up. I have made mistakes. I do the best I can. I don't know why this guy in the chat needs me to say he's a murderer. How does it change your fucking day? How does it change the situation? Do you just know that I'm on fucking, Team Riot? I mean, nothing personal running Riot. Is that what you need to know? Is that you're fucking pathetic if you need me to be there? You need me. If I don't agree with you, that means I'm a bad person, and you need me to be a good person for whatever reason. Maybe you're a fan at some time. Like, dude, people are going to disagree with you, and people are going to like dissent, and people are going to be like me. Like, I'm a mega skeptic. You know how I got really skeptical? It wasn't my politics. You know what got me really skeptic thinking? It was when I got interested in ghost hunting in late 90s.
I love.
You would figure that would have the opposite effect, right?
Yeah. Too bad they've never found any evidence.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. When we'd go to these fucking... Well, I got to go to Eastern State Penitentiary, which is a prison in,
that's a good one.
in Philadelphia, which was awesome. It was just fucking awesome for the view. So there's supposed to be, Al Capone stayed there for a certain amount of time, and I got to go in there and see all this stuff. But here's what I saw that was funny, right? And I'm not shitting on all ghost hunters. I have saw some unexplainable stuff, but I'm not ready to scientifically call it ghosts. All right, maybe I'll tell those stories at Halloween sometime or some shit. All right, but every time there was a speck of dust on the camera, we got him, and all this dust is getting kicked up from the fucking 19th century, and they're saying all these orbs are ghosts. That's when I learned. I was like, you know what, this is bullshit. and that what taught. It actually was great. I didn't get that kind of critical thinking in high school, or any kind of class like that. I just had my dad yell at me and tell me I was stupid, right? And then from that I learned, and I think that's just a good way for everybody to be. What about aliens? I could go for it. Yeah, sure. Go ahead, Running Riot.
Did you go to Eastern Penitentiary after or before that famous ghost hunter?
About I guess for a person
that happened when I was. I want to say it was about. I went 98, 99. So that show came out around 2005. So good 5 years before. Yeah, good 5 years before. Those guys are fixing shit. You talk about those idiots from those idiots from Massachusetts, right? The plumbers.
Yeah,
they went.
Dudes. Yeah, they went there in like 04, 05, and they got some pretty compelling evidence. But there's later it came out that those dudes might not have been 100%.
You know what happened with that? I know somebody that knows. You want to know what happened with those guys? I'll give you a big secret. I probably shouldn't tell this now. All right, I know somebody that knows that. Right, there is somebody that I would say is in the skeptical ghost hunting community, or at least at the time, he's quite famous. And I used to talk to him on a regular basis, and he was in contact with them. And he said they were really good guys, but the problem was they got a TV show, and everything went well at first, and they were probably doing it straight up at first, but then the pressure for ratings came. That's what he thought. Because he said this is one of those guys. He also said, and I'll tell you this because the Warrens, that the New England area, when it comes to ghost hunters, are absolutely the most dishonest. Just look up Ed and Lorraine Warren.
Right.
Yeah. But this guy I know, I would bet 100. Well, I don't know if he believes in ghosts, but he definitely was the most skeptical guy I ran into. And he told me that those guys were great guys, but they got a TV show. And
that's how it always starts.
Got to pay that car payment.
And then TV producers get involved, and next thing you know, it's a.
Oh yeah, I mean, you don't think I've done topics that I wasn't like super charged with because, I got to pay bills. So I mean, it was probably the good thing is I don't got to pretend a ghost doesn't have to pop out behind me. So same thing. All right, I'll let you go, dude. Thanks for the call, man.
All right, buddy.
All right, we don't even disagree, Running Riot. No, me and Running Riot. He doesn't want to see anybody get blown up. All right, what do you guys want to do? Calls. I have right after this. I'm going to members only stream. Did I tweet that out? Fuck.
Yeah, I think you did.
Oh, everybody's got it now too, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that one's getting erased. I tweeted out publicly or something, right?
Let me go look.
You see it? I don't think I.
Let me double check before we say anything.
Yeah, we're going on a private stream right after this for the members. This is going to make up for. Well, it's not going to make up. It's for May's. Has anybody fucking seen this? Oh wow, this channel got this story got demonetized. I think I'm gonna take a few more calls and stuff. You guys seem want to talk. I was gonna watch some Riot stuff, but you guys the calls have been really good. So, where the fuck is this shit? I thought. Okay, has anybody saw this? I don't think did I tweet this bitch out? Oh God, I really hate the new fucking studio.
That's
it's
a lot
so
of money,
sucky.
I guess, for a person of color.
Thank you so much. And you guys, Erica with Aki, you guys have been really generous today. I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah, you guys are killing it.
I would rather. I do want to let you know because I've been getting a lot more of these and less on it. If you want me to get the money, this is not me being greedy. I'm just telling you. Please use Streamlabs because 30% of everything you're sending me, which by the way, I appreciate, is going to Google. I'm just letting you know. But look, donate any way you want. Just keep that in mind. That's all. That's all I'm saying. All right. I don't think anybody saw this. God damn it. Oh my God. This is so fucking irritating.
Yeah, new YouTube sucks balls.
Oh, new YouTube is just the worst. It is just the fucking worst. Let's see, copy that link and try. Let me try this trick. Yeah. Nah, I ain't gonna let me do it. Cause I'm trying. Oh yeah, maybe I do. Go to Steam Stat. I gotta go to Stream Classic. Oh man, I don't fucking know. All right, in the community tab, there will be another stream right after this. So let's see, what should we do? I'm already 17 minutes in. There's so many calls.
That's a lot of money, I guess, for a person of color.
What's Streamlabs? Jonas has been very generous today, even though he's dopey. Love you. I don't know. I mean, we have taken a lot of calls. I don't know how much more. I'm going to leave this up to the chat. I know the callers that have been in there are going to get really mad. Do you want to watch some looting and rioting? And we'll react to it, or do you want to hear more calls and you're fine with that? 1 for calls, 2 for looting and rioting. And let's see how that goes. And then we'll take a quick poll and we'll do things that way. Yeah, looting riot, we can go through that pretty quick and make comments on that. And then right after this, it might not too. Yeah, I think that's a clear cut too. Here's what so here's what we're gonna do. This is probably gonna be 2 hour. Right after this, go to the community tab. If you're a member of this channel, if it's not up now, it will be. Okay? And it's only going to be in the community. There's another one in there that I posted by accident because I'm stupid. It's going to be in the community. That one's going to be taken down. It's going to be in the community chat. KX, weekly reminder that I hate your guts. KX, thank you so much. You guys have just been amazing today. I don't even know. I'm overwhelmed. I like to think that the balance that I try to give, and I'm not perfect, is the reason you guys are hooking me up. So thank you so much. It means a lot to me. I'm desperately trying to give. I guess, for I'm happy. Did you see the video from 92 LA started surfacing around about a black owner yelling at riders for attacking his business? Oh, I see. Oh, that one surfacing? Yeah. Yes, I remember when it happened. Great video. Roof Koreans on the Roof Koreans from Count Dankula. Wonderful video. So let's watch some of this shit. What do you say, Jeff? Cops finally show up. Troopers and officers on the ground to 5th Precinct, Minneapolis. I really do believe that if they had not allowed the 5th Precinct to take over, that we wouldn't have this in other states. I really do believe that. Okay, here we go. These are just good old American boys showing their First Amendment rights. Null knows, real fucking member. Thanks so much. I gotta admit, it does look like a good time. It does. Upscale Phillips Plaza. This is in Atlanta. Oh, stealing the Gucci stuff? Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. Here he's thinking about George Floyd. You know, a lot of people aren't out too, because of the fucking virus. This is just a perfect storm. All right.
They've all like lost their mind.
Sneaker Politics store. Sneaker Politics is the name of a store. I never heard of that. 1 million.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
There's plenty of white people there.
Oh shit!
Here's the thing too. I keep thinking, as a young guy too, I did some bad shit. No, nothing like this. My father would never talk to me again if he saw me running with a fucking handful of sneakers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, me too.
Over this shit.
Me too.
Because he knew damn well I didn't give a shit about George Floyd. I mean, I think that would have changed my relationship with my family. And obviously these kids don't have that shit. All right, let's watch some violence. We have declared unlawful assembly in downtown Los Angeles. This is being made following the repeat acts of violence, property damage. Residents should stay inside. Business should close. Now, here's another thing. If you don't believe in the Second Amendment, this is the greatest commercial of all time that you need a gun. Really. Let's see. Let's watch this shit. Cops. Some cop kicking the shit out of that guy. Not on his neck. You got that guy too. On
That's
the car.
A lot of money, I guess, for
getting away from the ground. Yeah, there's the cops getting. That's the problem. He broke away from the group. You can't do that now. He's in a fucking chokehold. Still didn't let go. Good job. Suplex. How about that? Suplex. Well, the cop's not letting that guy go. I don't think that's police brutality. I just think that's get some. Boy, that cop's brave. See, you shouldn't do this. Not for your own safety. That kid's not worth it. Oh, God. He's taking him. He's taking him. That guy's Canadian. He always gets his man. Are they going to hit that cop with that thing? Really? Boy, you're going. Boy, that cop's strong. He's still... Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that cop has balls.
He does. Oh, look, that guy's following. Oh, no, that was another cop. But you break off, the zombies get you. You can't do that. I know a little. Yeah, zombies get you. You break off like that, the zombies get you. This is Phoenix, so you can't say it's just a blue state thing, huh?
I guess.
Quit your job. Let us take over. This is pretty fucking peaceful, though. This is all right. All right, that seems fucking reasonable. Right, Jeff?
Well, I don't know about the message, but...
Yeah, well, I don't know about the message. That's not... Yeah. No, I'm not judging the message here.
No, right? But that's not hurting anybody.
Yeah, no, it's not. They're mad. They're pissed off. They have every right to be pissed off. Yeah, well... I don't know, do you have a right to be pissed off if you're from Phoenix? I mean, really? But I don't know. All right.
If you're going out doing that shit, I mean...
This is Oakland, one of the most dangerous places in the United States. Wonderful. Get some. Get some. The real Mr. Sir. Real pleasure. Get some. Detroit. Here's another fucking place you don't want to live. I'm always surprised by the people that are surprised that they got pushed or shoved. I just like, where'd you get off, pal?
Oh my God, why'd you push me?
Why'd you push me? I have a bunch of shields for money. I always, they're funny to me. Uh-oh, that cop looks pissed. You got to keep your cool. I can't imagine. I mean, these guys, I don't know how they do this shit. You know, I come from an organization where you can just shoot them. You know, if the situation's right, yeah. And what are you doing? We're walking up the street with riot gear.
Oh yeah, you know how I said St. Louis was fine?
Yeah.
Yeah, some dude got dragged by a FedEx truck last night.
That's like comparatively nothing to what everything else is going on.
Oh yeah.
All right, this is Portland. Destroy the center of justice. There's a way to get justice.
Yep, that's the George Floyd one.
This is why we loot.
Oh, fuck you.
Well, this is more politically motivated. Obviously, there's probably nothing good to steal in the hold of justice.
You're not going to find Gordons in there.
Yeah, there is.
This is probably more politically motivated. I don't think this is looting. This is setting the fucking place on fire. Minnesota governor, we cannot arrest people while they're trying to hold ground. What? Oh boy, good luck. Good luck in Minnesota, guys. I mean, the exodus from these cities, if you have money, are going to really hurt the income that these people are able to get in tax revenue. Meanwhile, in Dallas,
God damn it! God damn it! That's Augie. That's he's.
See what I mean? When, like I do not condone any of this shit, but it does look like a good time. I can see. Yikes! Oh, somebody in a wheelchair.
Fuck this nigga, man.
Damn, yo!
I'm still working. What's up?
Can you close the window?
Oh, why?
Because it's very loud.
Oh, okay.
All
that
right.
was great. Oh, God. That was fantastic.
Shit.
Shit. I'm sorry, you can't hit a. I'm surprised that guy fucking. Well, maybe I should get mad because a black cop hit a white woman. Damn. Well, you can't hit police. Oh no, she's not. Oh, she's black, I think.
Oh! Damn, yo!
That was her fault, bro.
What are you gonna do?
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, yo, I'm about to get out the car, yo.
Hit that guy twice. It was a very nice thing of that black cop to do.
You can't assault a cop.
How do you access members only stream? Is it just through Twitch? No, it's going to be here, but you have to go to the community tab on the front page and click on it. I don't think I put it up yet, and I can't put it up till afterwards, but be there, I promise. All right, I'll give you a little thing demonstration afterwards. That was great. Here's a reporter assaulted by a protester.
So it was quiet here for just a couple minutes, and now the Phoenix Police Department has gotten back on the loudspeaker telling people to disperse immediately, and that is...
Well, that was...
Stop. I'm so sorry, you guys. I didn't...
What did he say?
Fuck right in the pussy.
Go fuck a what?
Speaker
Fuck her right in the
to
pussy.
disperse immediately, and that is...
That's what it was.
That's me.
Fuck it right in the pussy. It was fucking right in the pussy, yeah. Oh,
That's a lot of money,
Let's
I guess,
see.
for a person of
Fox
color.
News got robbed. It was black on. Yeah, it was black on black. So it's okay. No rides for that one. The guy hit that cop twice. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Now, if you're a cop and you're doing something crazy and these guys and the zombies get you, it's on you. If you fucking hitting these cops and they get you, it's on you too. That's the way I feel. It's on you. Oh, the Mercedes-Benz. What are the Germans?
If you swing, expect to be swung back.
The Mercedes-Benz deal. Oh, we're a German. This is a German country. Real fuckhead and member. This is unbelievable.
Come on. Those cars are really fucking
They're
good.
nice cars. The German people. All right, here's a good one. All right, here's a woman. Here we go.
And I would love for you to share them with the community right now, because you and so many others are going through such a rough time. How was last night?
Scary. I live in the high-rise right back here, and I seen them as they came down Lake Street. But then they turned and started coming over here, and I'm sitting out looking out my window. And they went straight to Office Max, the dollar store, and every store over here that I go to. I have nowhere to go now. I have no way to get there because the buses aren't running. These people did this for no reason. It's not going to bring George back here. George is in a better place than we are. Last night, I'm going to be honest, I wish I was where George was because this is ridiculous. These people are tearing up our livelihood.
Nobody gives a fuck about your livelihood, lady. And that's the truth. And that's what I'm trying to get across. Nobody cares. I mean, I'll be honest, I cared enough to find out if the cop is going to get arrested because I'm a normal fucking person. You know, I didn't need this to fucking fulfill my political dreams. Like, oh my God, we get to take over now. That's a shame. And nobody gives a shit. And just like when the LA riots happened when I was a kid, you know, they'll all be forgotten. Entire blocks will be abandoned. You know, it's not coming back. This shit doesn't come back, you know, especially after the coronavirus. We are in for a couple of rough years. I don't care who the fucking president is. I don't care who the president is. I mean, I wouldn't want to be president the next fucking term. It's going to be rough. What did Bush say? Manga loves black people. That's what Bush. That's what Trump said. He's crazy. Minutes away from the space launch. I don't give a fuck. Cool. I don't care about the space launch. Nobody cares about that lady. Protesters at the White House.
Oh, yeah.
That is one place where they will probably smoke your ass if you get too close. Chicago mayor. There's a really, really good one. What does this guy do? Very difficult to practice desolation when you're having a brick thrown at your head. Yeah. Enjoy that brick, sir. Enjoy that brick. Oh, here's a cop car on fire in L.A. There's a really good one. Some punk-ass kid had a fucking AR. No, he had a fucking M4. And this dude just, here we go. This is it. This is it.
Where's this at?
This is good. You're gonna like. I can't blow it up the whole way, unfortunately. You're gonna like this one. Watch this.
I'm gonna be a little bit behind, but okay.
You can't see me?
No.
I'll put this fucking on right now. You gotta see this shit. You gotta see this shit.
Probably should have said about an hour and a half ago.
Yeah, this is good. I think we're gonna end on this one, and we'll watch the rest of them, and then we'll watch the rest of them on the member stream. Watch this shit.
Behind it, so that's the fear here with these vehicle fires. Is it could
punk ass bitch.
Oh, cool. That's good.
Watch this.
Spread to some other nearby vehicles. Also a concern about that.
Cop just came up and snatched that bitch.
Nope.
That's an undercover. Get the fuck out of here. You said a fucking
weapon there. We're going to break away from that shot there. Not sure who that person is, but obviously a very scary and fluid situation.
You're willing to bet the kid that
the cops are fucking here. That's heroic. That's fucking heroic.
Yep.
That's fucking heroic. These fucking, I'll give some of these protesters some credit too. When somebody gets fucked up, they're helping them. That's heroic. That's heroism.
The ones who are
There's
there
nothing
for the
brave
actual
about what's
cause.
going on. It's just pathetic. It's pathetic and kind of funny, if you ask me. That's
honestly,
heroic.
I find 98% of it all.
That was just badass. KX weekly reminder: you hate your guts. You guys have been so amazing tonight. I thought it was important to keep my fucking cool as best I can, because you know me.
Other than the little back and forth with Nick there for a minute.
Nick's nuts. Nick needs me to say it's murder. He doesn't want me to be.
I don't think he was saying that.
What was he trying to say then? Well, then why is he arguing with me if I agree? Why is he arguing with me if I agree with him?
That's what I'm saying. You guys kept yelling back and forth.
I know he's. All right, here's the deal. It's not up. All right. It's gonna go. You go to here, right over here. Go to the community. You got home. Go to the community tab. It's gonna be up real soon. Like I say, next 5 to 10 minutes. And I'm going to put it in here. It's going to say members only. Okay? So I can do that. Isn't that cool? And it's going to be in here. And then we'll watch more stuff. And it's a little more intimate stream, so to speak. Intimate. You know, like girls send me pictures of your boobies. That kind of intimate. You know, so y'all get it, chat? Y'all get it? Got it. Thank you for the stream, SFTP. No problem, Kevin. Thank you for your generosity. With that Disney Channel flow, we'll watch some of his shit and what have you. So listen, both pro and con are everybody. People in the suburbs, you're fucking scared. I get it. Be vigilant, but not stupid. All right? You people that are pissed off about this is George Floyd. You want to go protest? Do that. Be safe. Don't go alone. Don't get involved in this horseshit. All right? This is a very hard time for our country. And it's spilling over to the rest of the world, too. This is maybe the most difficult year the Western world has faced in my lifetime, and that includes 9/11. I don't think I'm undercutting it at all. But what I will tell you is these things pass. People persevere. And the best way to do that is, in my opinion, is family and friends first. And then you get all your shit locked up, tied down, bills paid. Then you go help on those causes. And usually the right people come out on top, and the world is saved. Is it really hard time? No, I'm not having. I'm very grateful that I'm here. I heard there's some protests in Berlin though. You're protesting George Foreman. You must hate fucking steak. I did. I wrote something, and somebody said, "Well, why don't you just write that you hate black people?" And then one of my fans who claimed to be African American came to. He says, "All right, I don't like this nuanced shit either, but there's a little more nuance to the fucking argument than that, pal." Well, thank you, whoever you were, sir. Like, I'm black. He's not saying hate all black people. I don't necessarily agree with him. That's a ridiculous thing. All right, I'm just calling it like I see it. This is a nationwide riot that probably had some righteous anger fueling it, but now it's just people breaking shit and wing nuts trying to take advantage of it, thinking this is our moment. We're like the Bolsheviks.
It's our time.
It's our time. It's our time, Jeff. Please come to my stream afterwards. Become a member. Go in there. Look at it. I'd really like to see you, and I think it'd be fun. All the best. Stay safe. From everybody at Shot from the Point. For real. No joke. We'll get through this. I've been to Iraq and back. We will get through this.
This is the almighty infinite, independent excellence. Devil fighting, rebel titan, weed smoking alchemist. Fake identities, okay, you cool with Jason Bourne. Running with these Wolverines, okay, you about to catch a storm. I ain't never been a liar, got tired of niggas playing me. Head in my legs like she about to catch a pedigree. Chi-town, the king's home, slapping fives, black stones. 6 mile to danger zones, bullets look like waffle cones. Folk affiliated, the evolution of Machiavelli. Don't make me lead them eagles to you like I'm Chip Kelly. They feel my struggle, I express it through my hip hop. I'm about to make it hard to breathe, here's a headline.